Just when you think you've got the Falcons' draft plans figured out for 2025, boom, they hit you with something totally different. This time, it's head coach Raheem Morris shaking things up and dropping some subtle clues. So buckle up, Falcons fans, because what we're about to dive into might give us the clearest look yet at what Atlanta is really planning with that 15th overall pick, and how it all ties into a locker room that's shifting fast. Let's start with a headline nobody saw coming. Justin Simmons, the veteran safety who joined Atlanta in 2024, is officially a free agent. Now, Simmons didn't have a flashy year, just 2 interceptions and the worst coverage grade of his career. Not great. But when he was asked about his time in Atlanta, guess whose name he dropped first? Not Jesse Bates III. Not Grady Jarrett. Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, the rookie quarterback. Now let's be clear. Simmons isn't just some random vet talking out of nowhere. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler who spent years reading quarterbacks and breaking down film. So when he says something, it matters. And he didn't just mention Penix, he praised him. He talked about how tough it was to go up against Penix in practice and backed it up like a guy who's seen elite QB play before. That kind of shout-out doesn't happen by accident. It sends a strong message. Michael Penix Jr. is turning heads, already. And here's what makes that praise even more real. Simmons is out there trying to land on a new team. He's probably hoping for a reunion with Vic Fangio in Philly, since he knows the system there. So he had every reason to hype up himself. But still, he circled back to talk about Penix and Jesse Bates. That wasn't PR. That was real respect. Now let's flip it to the other side of the ball, the defense. Atlanta's pass rush has been stuck in the mud for what feels like forever. They finished second to last in sacks last season with only 31. They haven't cracked the top 10 in that category since 2004. That's brutal. Outside of Arnold Ebiketie, 6 sacks, and Caden Ellis, 5 sacks, nobody was bringing real pressure. It's been a rotating door of guys who just didn't get it done. That's why the Leonard Floyd signing was such a big deal. He came in on a $10 million deal, the only free agent the Falcons signed this offseason with a cap hit over $5 million. Why? Because Raheem Morris trusts him. They worked together back in LA, and Morris said it plain and simple. We need rush. Leonard Floyd's resume is no joke. The guy's racked up 48 sacks over the last 5 seasons. He's a clear upgrade for the Falcons' defense. But here's the reality. It's not enough. Not even close. Head coach Raheem Morris said it himself. We can't have enough edge. That wasn't just a throwaway line. That was a clear signal. Atlanta's not done. The off-season plan is still unfolding. You don't fly around to Georgia, Marshall, Ohio State, and Texas A&M just for fun. Morris was spotted at pro days for guys like Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, Mike Green, JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer, Shamar Stewart, Shamar Turner. That's a who's who of front 7 freaks. Most of them are projected first-rounders, and all of them have been linked to the Falcons at some point during mock draft season. So what's all this mean for that 15th overall pick? If you're thinking edge rusher, no doubt, you're not wrong. But it's not a lock. And that's where Raheem throws us another curveball. Despite the heavy scouting and buzz, Morris isn't locked in on an edge at 15. You don't necessarily control the draft, he said. Translation: the Falcons could go best player available, plain and simple. If Michael Williams is off the board and the right offer pops up, Atlanta might pivot. Could be a defensive tackle, a do-it-all linebacker, or even a trade down. Morris is keeping things wide open. But don't get it twisted. This isn't chaos. It's strategy. He knows GMs around the league are watching his every move, trying to guess Atlanta's plan. So he's keeping the playbook close to the chest. But if you look close, the signs are there. This team is investing heavily in defense. From signing Leonard Floyd and Morgan Fox, to scouting top defensive prospects, to parting ways with veterans like Grady Jarrett and Justin Simmons, the Falcons are clearly reshaping their defensive identity. Now, don't sleep on Morgan Fox either. He might not be a headline guy, but he put up 15.5 sacks over 3 years with the Chargers. He's another solid piece for the trenches. But like Floyd, He's not a long-term fix. He's a bridge player. What Atlanta really needs is a cornerstone, a dude they can build around. That's why these edge evaluations matter so much. Could it be Michael Williams, if he slides? Mike Green, the beast from Marshall who put up crazy numbers? Jalen Walker, the Georgia linebacker with elite tools? Or maybe one of the Ohio State boys, Tuimoloau or Sawyer, both battle-tested and built for big games? Oh, and one more thing. Don't expect Matthew Judon to come back. He had 5.5 sacks last year, second on the team. But Atlanta isn't looking to bring him back. The message is loud and clear. You've got a rookie quarterback who's already earning serious respect from veteran players. You've got a defense being rebuilt piece by piece through smart free agent moves. You've got a head coach flying around the country, checking out the best pass rushers in college football. And you've got a team that has to fix its pass rush if it wants to compete in an NFC South that's getting tougher every year. All of that makes the 15th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft one of the biggest decisions Atlanta has faced in years. We've seen the Falcons hit on picks before. We've seen them miss too. But this time, the pressure is real. And expectations? Through the roof. So here's what I want to hear from you, Falcons fans. Who do you want the team to take at 15? Do you trust the direction this defense is heading? And how much stock do you put in Justin Simmons saying Michael Penix Jr. is the real deal? Now that the picture's coming into focus, let's talk about where the Falcons truly stand. Right now, they've laid the foundation for a new defensive identity, but they haven't finished the job yet. Pick 15? That's their boldest move on the canvas. Sure, they signed Leonard Floyd and Morgan Fox, and those are solid additions. But they're not the long-term solution. They're temporary pieces. The future still runs through this draft. And Raheem Morris? He knows it. Look at the range of players he's scouted personally. Michael Williams, Mike Green, Jalen Walker, JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer, Shamar Stewart, Shamar Turner. That's not just a long list. That's a diverse one. You've got edge rushers, interior guys, and versatile hybrids. Morris isn't just chasing big names. He's looking for the best fit. Still, remember what he said. You don't control the board. That tells us something important. Atlanta won't force a pick. If the right player falls, they'll make the move. If not, a trade down is absolutely on the table. That kind of flexibility is what separates the smart front offices from the desperate ones. Let's be honest, the Falcons ranked 23rd last season in both total yards allowed and points given up. They don't have room for error. This pick has to count. And while everyone's talking defense, don't ignore what's happening quietly behind the scenes at quarterback. Justin Simmons calling Michael Penix Jr. the real deal isn't just a compliment. It's confirmation. It means Penix is earning trust, building momentum, and making real plays, even if it's just in practice. The Falcons are walking a very fine line here. Nail the draft, build a new defense, and develop their quarterback of the future all at the same time. But if they pull it off, this team could shock a lot of people in 2025. So here's the final ask. If you believe in the Falcons' direction, hit that like button. Want draft breakdowns, film analysis, and insider content all season long? Subscribe right now. And of course, drop your draft predictions in the comments below. Let's ride, Falcons fans. 2025 might just be our year.